What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall markets. I'm also going to give you guys a very important warning about Jerome Powell, as he's going to be giving a speech very soon. Just know that I'm not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $2,000, you're guaranteed 30, not to mention 8.1% APY on invested cash. The offer ends at the end of March. Anyways, as far as the market's going, I just want to mention that we're not looking too good right now. We got this big rejection again on SPY, and we're currently below our 200 EMA, which is not a good sign. So the market's looking very weak so far. We had some updates from Donald Trump, which I'll talk about in a second. But just know that today we got the unemployment numbers. There was a slight increase. Non-farm payrolls were close to expectations, but unemployment did go up a bit. And then Jerome Powell is likely going to address all of this in his speech today. He's going to be giving a speech at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When Jerome Powell speaks, the whole market oftentimes shakes. So we're going to be paying very close attention to what his tonality is like. Is the guy going to be very hawkish? Is he going to be dovish? What is his view? So far, the last couple of times when he spoke, he was very optimistic, saying the economy is doing great, everything's going to be okay. He kept saying that over and over again. So we'll see if his tonality changes or not. Will he pump the market higher? Will he cause a big rug pull? We'll just have to wait and see. We're also going to listen to see if he addresses the trade wars that are going on right now and how it may affect inflation. So we'll see if he makes a comment about it or says anything. He's oftentimes very quiet and very closed about commenting on things like this, but it is still possible he could say something. So you just want to be open-minded. As a trader, right? My job is to not really trade way too much during periods of risk. At least that's the way I kind of view the markets. I'm not really a big risk taker. So I love to manage risks, and then when there's an event like this, I oftentimes just like sit on cash and just wait and see how things end up panning out. So not financial advice when I say that, but that is just like what I oftentimes do because you don't know what Jerome Powell's going to cause. Will he cause a pump or a dump? As of right now, the market looks very dumpy, and there's no sign of any kind of bounce. So for now, it looks bearish. So with that being said, involving Donald Trump's tariffs, it's pretty wild right now. So the first thing worth mentioning is that Donald Trump has been delaying a lot of tariffs on Mexico and Canada. Particularly, he just announced that for Mexico, he's going to be delaying the tariffs after he spoke with the president, Claudia. However, he also mentioned that as they negotiate, if things don't go in favor of the U.S., that he may be open to increasing tariffs above 25% on the countries. So, it goes both ways. Some good things, some bad things. It's just all over the place. We'll be waiting to see how things end up going. For now, we're not as worried about the tariffs and Trump and all that. We're going to be a lot more focused on Jerome Powell. What does Jerome Powell have to say about the tariffs? What are his words? That's going to be the main focus of the markets in about an hour from now. So keep that in mind at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyways, let's talk about the levels now. What do I see at least for these charts? Obviously, we're looking bearish, but on the 4-hour, we're going to be looking at this 565 area. The reason why that's important is because we have previous resistance becoming support. We have to see if we can hold around there. I need to see SPY reclaim at least 580 for this thing to try to bounce. Otherwise, it's still looking bearish. For this thing to reverse, for this thing to truly reverse, I want to see it hold at least above 580 at the very least. If not, we're watching to see how well 565 holds. If not, we could be dipping closer to the lower 560s. So we look bearish for now. There's no sign of a bounce yet, and the market is still looking very heavy as of right now. Things could change once Jerome Powell speaks, but we'll see. For now, at the time I'm recording this, we are looking quite weak. On the QQQ, we're going to be looking at something very similar. So we're actually losing this support right here at 485, which is a bad sign. The last thing I'm watching for is like 480. If that doesn't hold, then yes, this could be dumping even more. For now, we look bearish as we're making lower highs and lower lows. And we're going to be watching this 480 area to see if we hold. So be careful. There's going to be a risk of downside with that. The Russell's looking bearish as we're making lower highs and lower lows. We're looking to see how we hold around 200. So watch and see if 200 holds. It's a very psychological area. I need to see this get back above 208 for this to try to reverse. Otherwise, it looks bearish. Oh, and by the way, about the QQQ, you want to see it reclaim 496. If we could reclaim 496, it would bounce. Otherwise, it's still bearish. So unfortunately, not looking too good. ES is losing 5,700 so far. We'll see if we get back above it or not as time goes on. But if we can't hold it, 5680 and 5650 are going to be potentially coming. So it's not looking too good. On NQ, NQ is looking more bearish as we're making lower highs and lower lows, so 19,800 could be coming. So for now, we are looking a little bit weaker, so be careful as this could be dipping even more. And if that fails us, we're looking for basically 19,500. So there's still weakness on NQ. Bitcoin is making lower highs right now. We're not looking too good. We could be dipping all the way down towards 85,000, so just be very, very careful. On Nvda, we're making lower highs and lower lows as well. Um, Not looking too good. We're going to be looking for essentially this 108 area. We're watching this support right here. If that fails us, we could be dipping to 105. If we bounce and get back above 110, we're looking for a rebound. Otherwise, we are still favoring downside for those lower levels. On Tesla, we're not looking good because when you look at, for instance, the daily time frame, it's not looking good, right? We have this gap to fill around 252. I think we easily fill the gap, and we'll see if we even hold 250. That's going to be our main support. If that fails us, then I'm looking for essentially 240 as the next target. But for now, we're focusing on that 250 area. Can Tesla hold or not? We are still looking weak, so please be very careful. And Jerome Powell's speech could change things, but we still look weak. Apple had some good news about a price upgrade. However, despite that, we have tough resistance around that 240 area, which we were not able to reclaim so far. And technically, we still have lower highs, which is not a good sign. So we'll see if we get a rejection here or not, depending on Powell's speech. Watch that 240 area to see if we reclaim it, or if we don't, we're looking for 238 and 235 as our supports. For a few more tickers, we have Coin. It's technically on a downtrend. We want to see if we can reclaim 220. If not, we could be dipping closer to about the low 200s, like 205. Amazon's looking bearish. We're continuing to fall. I do want to mention that Amazon has this gap to fall all the way down here around this like 190 area, which is not a good sign. We could continue to downtrend if that fails us, so just be very, very careful. In terms of Meta, we're making lower highs here. We're looking for 600 as our potential target or below. We also have 595 below that, so it's still technically looking bearish. On Microsoft, we're on a downtrend. We're rejecting right here, so this could continue to fall down towards these imbalances. So this could be dipping like all the way down to like 383 or so. So it's not looking too good, guys. Still a little bit weak. Google needs to reclaim 175.5 to bounce. We tried to hit that. Now we're kind of slowing down, not looking too good. The VIX is also on a very, very nice uptrend so far. So it's looking relatively strong. So there's no sign of weakness on the VIX, right? It's still strong. The market is still dumping. Very, very dumpy markets. Very, very weak so far. So with that being said, I do anticipate more downside. I did call out the levels on SPY and the others, but I can't promise that we're going to continue to dump for the rest of the day because it depends on what Jerome Powell says. Will he dump the market more? Will the market get a bounce? It depends. So we'll see, guys. We'll see what Jerome Powell says. The best thing I'm essentially doing is just managing risks, not risking too much. And I'm just going to be very, very patient. I'm not going to hold way too many positions through this. So keep that in mind. I'm not trying to risk too much and just gamble. I'm just going to be very, very patient for the time being. So with that being said, have a good day, guys. I wish you all the best throughout Jerome Powell's speech. For the last time, it's going to be at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so get ready. And then do what's best for your portfolios. Just know the market's dumping. So wish you all the best. Take care, guys. I'll see you very soon on the next one, and peace out.